Season 4 champion and American Idol judge. America's selection of the contestants has angered Carrie Underwood. In her debut season as a judge, she has had mixed results. She is not pleased with the outcome of one elimination, though. What then took place? For further information, continue reading. The judges have their favorites, who they hope will advance to the finals, just as in any actual competition. Simon Cowell placed a great deal of trust in Carrie Underwood during her time on Season 4 of American Idol. She didn't mislead him, and he thought she would be the most successful. She has sold over 85 million records, won Grammys, and maintains a residency in Las Vegas. She is therefore a formidable force and the ideal candidate to serve as an Idol judge. She has the experience of both competing and having a successful career after the program. However, it may be devastating for a judge when America's vote sends a favorite home. Naturally, a lot of people who don't win have had really successful careers. The finest aspect, perhaps, is the exposure. The announcement of the top 10 on Monday, April 28, th's edition of Idol caused a stir when Philo was sent home. Many people thought he would be there at the end, so this was a huge blow. When he was eliminated, the audience was surprised and started shouting his name for a while. The judges were shocked, but Carrie took it the hardest. According to an insider, the whole studio was in complete shock when Philo was sent home. The judges were shocked and angry, and it was by far the biggest gasp. The outcome obviously hurt all three of them, but Carrie seemed to be the most affected. She wasn't happy, I see. After Philo was eliminated from American Idol, Carrie stayed mute, as if in disbelief. Her expression said it all. She seemed really angry and sad about it. She was obviously upset about what had happened. She was surprised for a few seconds and had a WTF expression on her face. Carrie's response was very legitimate and genuine because she and the other judges, Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie, never anticipated this result. Fans were all for Carrie Underwood when Philo departed American Idol. They did not understand why he was brought home, and they sensed her grief. Furthermore, they claimed that he had been robbed, and that his removal was never necessary. I was robbed. You most certainly earned a spot in the top 10. Incredible voice. How did he return home? He's fantastic. You were robbed in that elimination, and I'm really sorry you didn't make it. You deserve to keep going because you are amazing. This season's most heartbreaking elimination is undoubtedly this one. Tonight's performance by Philo was amazing. I killed it. And this after. What? A recurring topic in many of the remarks was being denied a chance at the conclusion. Furthermore, several viewers were so perplexed by what had transpired. They did not believe that this should have happened in any way, but they do hope that Philo would have a successful career beyond Idol. Greetings. Few tales in the glitzy realm of American entertainment capture the imagination as much as American Idol, a program that has inspired millions, launched many careers, and generated heated discussions about talent, taste, and the voice of a country. Carrie Underwood, a powerful vocalist whose journey from small-town girl to fame exemplifies the transformational power of unadulterated talent and unwavering persistence, is one of its most famous alumni. However, underneath her polished facade, Carrie Underwood frequently harbored a boiling discontent despite her plaudits and admiration. In particular, her seeming anger at America's decisions, those instances where the outcome of the vote fell well short of her expectations, became a talking point for both supporters and detractors. Was her rage a reaction to her own disappointment, a more profound critique of the status of public taste, or both? By examining how Carrie Underwood's experiences on American Idol, her subsequent ascent, and her viewpoint on the voting process reveal larger themes about artistry, audience engagement, and the societal values woven into the fabric of entertainment, this story explores the complex emotions that underlie her reactions. Chapter 1. A Country Queen's Ascent. The journey of Carrie Underwood started in Chakotah, Oklahoma, a little town. During her 2005 season of American Idol, her voice, a lovely fusion of pop sensibilities and country heritage, captured the hearts of millions. Viewers were greatly moved by the genuineness and emotional depth of her performances. Carrie was viewed right away as a true talent who personified the American dream. She demonstrated her capacity to emotionally connect with audiences via her renditions of songs like Inside Your Heaven and Jesus, Take the Wheel. Her popularity skyrocketed as she progressed through the tournament, leading to her victory, an accomplishment that seemed almost inevitable given her skill and modesty. But underneath her quick ascent was a complicated connection with the voting process. As she rejoiced in her achievement, she also became more alarmed by the unpredictable nature of the American electoral system, its vulnerability to fads, prejudices, and the vagaries of public opinion. Chapter 2: The Election Process and Its Issues. Public voting, an interactive method that democratized the talent competition but also included a number of factors beyond vocal prowess, was a major component of American Idol. Results were frequently impacted by elements including regional biases, social media efforts, fan loyalty, and the effectiveness of marketing initiatives. Known for her sincerity and honesty, Carrie Underwood periodically voiced mild annoyances with the voting process. She was aware that skill alone wasn't always enough to win. This fact occasionally annoyed her, particularly when she thought certain competitors lacked the ability or genuineness she admired. As her career developed, she grew increasingly outspoken about her views on true artistry, but her early emotions throughout the presentation were measured. She underlined that the voting method occasionally prioritized popularity above ability and that talent should be the main criteria. Chapter 3: The Disappointing Moments. During her tenure on American Idol, Carrie encountered situations in which her aspirations and reality did not align. These incidents, which were frequently caught on video or muttered during interviews, showed a side of Diana that is rarely seen in public: her fragility, exasperation, and even rage. During the final, for example, a competitor she thought lacked the depth or creativity to win suddenly declared victory. A faint but noticeable sigh, a tight-lipped grin, and a flicker of disappointment in her eyes were her reactions. Fans conjectured about her emotions. Was she angry with America's decisions? Or was it a sign of her high expectations, a moment of personal disappointment? According to insiders, Carrie gradually internalized these experiences and felt obligated to preserve the integrity of the art form. Chapter 4: Carrie's Expectations and Artistic Integrity. Carrie Underwood's dedication to genuine, emotional songs characterized her latter career. She frequently selected songs and projects that reflected her principles, refusing to sacrifice her creative vision for financial success. This perspective may be used to understand her responses to America's decisions. Her annoyance increased as the public's preferences deviated from her expectations, favoring particular pop bands over more soulful or country-oriented musicians. This conflict was not just about the contest, it was also about what American Idol stood for: a stage for real talent versus the show of fame. Carrie was a strong proponent of storytelling and voice, and she frequently became enraged when she thought that the audience's decisions compromised these qualities. Chapter 5: Private Feelings versus Public Persona. Carrie Underwood was calm and polite on camera, which is crucial for a celebrity of her caliber. Behind closed doors, however, her feelings were more complex. She had a reputation for having strong, occasionally outspoken views about music, talent, and the business. Fans and the media began to speculate about her purported anger at America's decisions. Her responses were seen by others as evidence of her sincerity, a true artist who genuinely loved what she did. Others viewed it as a reminder that even the most famous celebrities have emotional baggage and as a human moment of disappointment. Carrie frequently stressed in interviews the value of remaining loyal to oneself and honoring the opinions of the audience, even if they went against her own. Even in the face of obvious exasperation, she was respected for her candor. The wider cultural context is covered in Chapter 6. Carrie Underwood's responses also draw attention to more general societal issues. The American Idol voting method became a symbol of democracy in a culture that was fixated on quick pleasure and viral fame, but it also reflected societal trends, prejudices, and tastes. Her anger might be interpreted as a criticism of the way that superficiality is frequently valued more highly than substance in popular culture. It calls into question the definition of celebrity, talent, and the degree to which the public's preferences correspond with creative quality. Her position also highlights the conflict between commercialism and artistry, which is a common subject in the entertainment sector. The commercial interests that influence popular voting frequently collided with Carrie's passion for genuine art. Chapter 7. Carrie Underwood's Perspectives Development. Carrie's viewpoint changed as time went on. She started speaking out in favor of real talent and honesty in music. Her personal achievements, which included Grammys, #1 singles, and a devoted following, served as evidence of her persistent dedication to her work. However, she continued to include her prior annoyances with America's decisions in her story. She admitted that, despite its flaws, the voting procedure reflected a range of preferences and the democratic nature of the program. Her narrative serves as a reminder that even celebrities who achieve the highest levels of success have down periods and angry outbursts, emotions that make them relatable to their fans. In conclusion, the heart of an artist and the voice of a nation. Carrie Underwood's outrage at America's decisions is more than just a celebrity's pet peeve. It offers insight into the nuanced interactions between popularity and skill, honesty and spectacle, and artist and audience. Her experience serves as an example of how real talent necessitates integrity and tenacity against popular judgment. It forces us to reflect on our entertainment preferences and how our decisions affect the cultural environment. Ultimately, Carrie's narrative serves as a monument to the timeless power of voice, both hers and ours, as well as the continuous discussion about what it means to be genuinely gifted in a world where viral votes and fads come and go. The epilogue. Carrie Underwood's frustrations serve as a reminder that even the most successful people experience times of disappointment and rage, even as she continues to inspire new generations with her music and her unshakable commitment to honesty. However, they also shed light on the way to increased comprehension, fortitude, and the search for true creativity.